you will, a dense jungle on a hot and humid day, sun blinding your eyes and mosquitoes swarming about. You're running along a trail with a couple other people in an unfamiliar place. There's sweat dripping down your face, and frankly, it sounds miserable, and it pretty much was. I was 15, and this was my first trail run. My mom took me out on an early Saturday morning with her trail running group, Women on Okinawa Trails, affectionately known as WOOT. I wasn't really sure what trail running was, but I knew that there were two main components. The first one is what trail running actually is, and the second is how it affects a runner. Although I was initially terrified of trail running because it was so much different than what I had been used to, during growing up and during cross-country season, it soon became one of my favorite hobbies. When I first began, I wasn't even sure how it was different than running on paved roads, but I quickly found out. According to the 2013 Great Trail Challenge website, which is a trail race that takes place in the United Kingdom, trail running is simply running that occurs on unpaved roads. Professional running coach Amy Hester describes trail running as running on any surface that is not man-made. This can include grass, mulch, dirt, rocks, etc., or paths that are man-made but left on surface. Finding these trails are an exciting part of trail running. It's always an adventure going to new places, and it allows you to see other parts of the community that you might not see otherwise. For instance, I have seen completely unoccupied deserts in Southern California on my trail runs that I don't think many people have seen. Finding these locations is difficult, but the American Trail Running Association, in an unidentified year, wrote on their website that one no longer has to drive great distances to achieve the trail runner's experience, previously offered only in the mountains and out-of-way places. While this assumption that trails are only found in rural environments is partially true, I have found that some of my very favorite trails are located outside of my cousin's back door in a central Virginia suburb. Another one of my favorite trails is located here on the Wake Forest campus, right near in Renolda Village. Running on these trails requires certain equipment. For instance, having high socks is pretty imperative to protect against different brush and potentially harmful insects. Having water and hydration is also key. My favorite source to carry water is a Camelback, but you can also use something like a fuel belt, which is a belt that fits snugly around one's waist, and you can carry mini water bottles with it. Having proper shoes is also essential. The shoes support one's feet and provide traction on slippery and uneven ground. Once you are on the trail and ready to go, you're ready to experience the effects of trail running. There are several physical and mental effects that trails have on runners. Some of the physical effects include a reduced risk of injury. The softer surfaces have less of an impact on one's joints than paved surfaces. There's also, because of the uneven ground that often comes with trails, there's an engagement of stabilizer muscles that decreases one's risk of injury. Because it is such an uneven ground, you're also forced to slow down. So for people who do have injuries, then it helps them kind of protect against what they may not be doing on a paved ground where they can run flat and straight. There's also other physical effects in your lungs. Because you're exposed to more fresh air, because you are in nature and there's less pollution in these areas typically, your lungs get this fresh air that is really helpful. There's also some mental effects that come with trail running. Personally, I like to think of this as my time to allow my soul to breathe. I am allowed to introspectively think about the week that has just passed, the week to come, the day to come, the month to come, and I just relax and take in all the unique sights and sounds and listen to the birds or the small group around me. The effects of a single trail run can last for weeks or even months to come, and whenever I go home, I always look forward to these effects. Personally, the trail runs are one of the few places that I'm able to find my zen. I'm able to fully relax and think about life in general. Trail running can take place almost anywhere, on various surfaces, and has a wide variety of effects. As wilderness explorer John Muir once said in an article called Mormon Lilies in the San Francisco Daily Evening Bulletin in the late 1800s, in every walk, or in this case run with nature, one receives far more